Hey guys, welcome to Soul in Tune. If you're new, my name is Sophie and I run this channel. This channel serves as a platform to discuss music that exists to help people and, bands and artists who put music out there for others. So yeah, if that's something that interests you, consider subscribing. I post every Friday. With that out of the way, let's get into today's video, which is dedicated to the song Magnolia by Gang of Youths. Magnolia, written by David Leopepe, is the fifth song of Gang of Youth's first album, The Positions. Released in 2015, Magnolia has since accumulated over 13.5 million Spotify streams. It's a dark tale of Dave's suicide attempt and substance abuse intertwined with an effervescent and pure reignition of hope. The song means a great deal to me, so I really want to do it justice. I'll firstly explore some of the lyrics, essentially try to elicit as great of an interpretation as possible based off my understanding and research. Following that, I'll discuss my own interpretation of Magnolia, and finally discuss the song's illustration of mental health and how valuable Dave's summation of suicide genuinely is. I'll leave links to Magnolia below, so if you wanted to give it a listen, definitely do first. But yeah, let's get into the lyrics.
Let's fly for the land. I am king of them all, and faster than light, my fists in the air.
These first lyrics establish Dave's suicide attempt. Having consumed bottles of whiskey, Dave wanders across a major highway. Overconfident, he's past the point of caring whether he lives or dies. If my body's alive, then my soul's unaware. When you're experiencing depression and suicidal thoughts, your body is almost on autopilot. You're basically just surviving. You're consumed by so many negative thoughts that taking care of your physical self is no longer a priority or even an option, really. It's almost like you feel dead, thus being unaware that your body is alive. The notion of terrible wine may actually refer to its quality, but he could also be alluding to the effect that the wine had on his life, in that it was terrible because it was a source of such pain and suffering for him. Saying that he saved the last and kissed it goodbye is his way of accepting his death. He takes comfort in kissing it goodbye. There's no kind of right way to do what I'll do. Nobody who tries to kill themselves actually wants to die. It's something that you feel compelled to do. There is no other option. It's hard because you feel like a burden, but you don't want to inflict pain upon others. So in saying that there's no kind of right way to do what I'll do, I feel like it's almost an apology to his loved ones. Alcohol often leads to overconfidence, so I think here Dave feels very indestructible. And in combination with suicidality, this combines to an almost lethal kind of fuck you life, I'm done, my mind's made up sort of mentality. And the 3rd of June was the day that this incident occurred. Everyone has a rational and irrational side to themselves. When you're suffering from depression, you know deep down that thoughts of self-harm and death are not rational. But because you're ill, it's really hard to overcome them. Obviously, his irrational behavior would have contributed to the police presence that was involved, and he would have known that his behavior was irrational. And not really relevant, but these lyrics were the first ones that actually alerted me to this song being about suicide based off of my own attempt. I love these lyrics with all my heart. Despite the thoughts of pain that Dave describes, Magnolia screams hope, and this permeates as almost an anthem through the chorus, serving as a really powerful reminder not to give up on yourself. What these lyrics convey is Dave's decision to live. He no longer allowed himself to die because death offered him nothing. And the strength in "there's no way" reinforces this juxtaposition of mind from a loss of hope to a belief in life. And the repetition of these lyrics throughout the song serves to reinforce his need to live. Show me the way, oh show me the light. Here I feel like Dave is alluding to religion or God, which are significant themes in his life. It feels like he's saying, okay God, I'm giving myself to you, but you need to guide me through this. You need to show me how to get better, show me how to be happy. Again, alcohol and addiction played a major role in Dave's ill health, but there's this feeling of acceptance and a sense of hope in moving past it.
Still hugging those horns, yeah, just drive around, 'cause they're all being ignored. That pan bright, the south flip you the line, 'cause I'm a pain in the ass. Yeah, I'm a real piece of shit. Just waving my hands like some terrible mind, and shaking my arms to let you sit.
The beginning of verse 2 re-establishes the scene of Dave's suicide attempt and further illustrates his ambivalence towards life. It also serves as an acknowledgement of his alcohol-induced arrogance. He's almost mocking the situation entirely, but in a way that kind of implies that people are going to miss him when he's gone. Just show me the right things that I didn't do, oh, enlighten me now with impossible love from the former you. I read that these lyrics may refer to Dave's longing for an explanation from his ex-wife on the breakdown of their marriage. He was still in love with her former self, but she was no longer the person that he'd married, and he doesn't know where he went wrong or what happened to the person that he loved. And that seems to time well with the sort of arrogance of the earlier line, and shaking my ass till they kiss it goodbye. Doesn't want his death to result in oblivion within his circle of friends and family. He wants people to know that he died for his relationship. But when he says "and in haste," he doesn't want this to seem calculated or manipulative. Rather, it comes from the heart, a wanting to give people closure in knowing that he died of heartbreak. What I learned through research is that these lyrics are actually borrowed from Vladimir Nabokov's novel Lolita, which I actually own but have not read. But Dave takes these words out of context to sarcastically illustrate how he feels about his ex-wife. Here I feel that Dave's trying to illuminate his isolation and disconnection from humanity. However, the tone of these lyrics almost illustrate an exhilarating juxtaposition, whereby despite being vastly outnumbered and despite life continually throwing shit at you, you're going to overcome this and things will get better. It's a very powerful line to end on. Magnolia embodies an empowerment of self, a need to overcome pain and suffering to simply and purely live. And it too demands reflection, enacting a personal truth within you. It is a song that pierces my soul and reflects much of my own suicide attempt, but not in a way that hurts me. Rather, it serves as a powerful reminder of how far I've come. Magnolia's reach is simply a testament to its beauty and realness, being a catalyst for the band's career and a credit to where they are today. Dave utilizes the first and second verses to eloquently explore the events, his voice supported by his bandmates. The melody of keyboard, guitar, and cymbals supplement Dave's vulnerability in a way that forces you to stop and listen with intent. In the pre-chorus, Donnie cultivates a sense of urgency as he transitions from light taps to great blows on the cymbal, climaxing with an introduction to the drums that leaves you holding on in suspense. And finally, an aggression of drums, keyboard, and guitar unite in the chorus to strengthen Dave's profound antipode. Magnolia is not a story that demands your sympathy. It is a proclamation of life. It requires you to move and dance and feel and live, and that's how Dave triumphs in his discussion of suicide. To explore such weighted topics with light is incredibly skillful, and I think he's hyper aware that his story has become an anthem for the human condition, and not just in a life or death existential sense. It can be manipulated to reflect anyone's lows, really, and be the spark that guides them towards light. Magnolia is a celebration of self-empowerment born in overcoming hurt, something that's honestly probably better understood during live performances. I have a video of their live performance of Magnolia from Laneway in Melbourne, which you can see here. So Magnolia is my favourite song from my favourite band. It never fails to leave me smiling ear to ear, proud of myself and my own progress, and infected with Dave's enthusiasm for life. But I'd love to hear your own thoughts about the song and whether or not you agree with my interpretation. So let me know in the comments down below. As in all my videos, I will leave links to places that you can contact if you're struggling or need some extra support. But I hope you all are well. Please remember that you are loved, and I will see you in my next video.